Hi everyone, it's Farrell Klein and you're watching season 1 episode 13 review of Supernatural Route 666. If this is your first time here, what I do is a review of every single episode of Supernatural. So I'm a little bit tipsy, and as you can see I'm drinking some wine, and I feel like I've never done a video tipsy before, but I can't 100% confirm. But I for sure know I haven't done a video before drinking wine, and so this is a first, but I also feel like it's on brand to drink wine for this episode. So let's get into it. Okay, so common things we've been talking about every single review. The monster of the week and saving a girl. Both. We've been talking a lot about like monsters, and a lot of them have been ghosts, and I don't realize that so many of them are ghosts. But this is another ghost one. Are you kidding me? But it is an interesting concept that like the ghost is like, it's not like a person, it's like taking over this vehicle, like this truck. Oh my god, I'm feeling it. I mean, they were talking about like how like the ships and stuff, like in the past, like ghosts have taken over ships or something. So it's interesting, like I said, they don't just pick like a monster and do like the basic monster. They like do something interesting with it. So I thought it was like interesting that they had like a ghost take over a truck, I guess. Possessing a truck, what am I saying? And then the whole saving the girl thing. That was such an episode. Every single episode is about saving a girl. It really is. And I didn't realize it so much until now. Let's talk about Cassie a little bit. So, got introduced, got an opening. And what's crazy about Dean Winchester is, until Lisa, like he's never had like a real relationship. And I think at one point in season 5, they asked him, like, what was your longest relationship? And he was like, ever, like 2 months. And so when I always thought about Cassie, like, I felt like, okay, it was something that was like for a little bit. And then like, obviously this thing happened and they came back for one episode. But it wasn't like that serious. But like when you're watching this episode, you're like, wow, this like seems serious. And so maybe like I had that first same like thought my first time watching Supernatural, but like, then like because she never came back or whatever, like you think like, okay, like she's okay, it wasn't that serious, like it was a small thing. So maybe like I'll have that same effect because she never comes back. Like I wonder if they were like thinking of bringing her back at one point and then just like didn't. Like I wonder if that was like a thought, because they like made it seem like such a big deal. So basically what I was getting from this, and which I totally forgot, like I guess like they were like had like this relationship, and like Dean was really into her, and he like told her the truth about monsters and stuff because he really liked her, and then like she like didn't believe him, and so that's why they broke up. So it sounds like serious, which is so crazy, and like it also feels like it doesn't fit for Dean's character. It just like feels out of the ballpark. Yeah, it's obviously more so Dean than Sam. Like when there's all these girls he's saving, like Dean is like more the scene as the love interest and like going after the girl way more than Sam. So like it's not like new that like there's some love interest or girl, but like it just feels like so not like Dean, and especially for like the rest of the series, and even with like Lisa, but that's because he's been through so much, and like everything, like after Lisa he never had like a long relationship anyway after that too. But it just like doesn't feel like it fits with him, like this thing, it just doesn't feel right, which is so weird to say because like I loved Cassie. So it's just like I feel like it's the writer's fault, and they were like, you know, we talked about like season 1, like they're just figuring out these characters, and so I feel like they weren't really, maybe they really thought that she was gonna come back or something, and that's why they like wrote it this way. But it just like doesn't feel like it feels right because she never does come back, and you kind of like forget about her, like you really do. So I guess it also works with the whole thing about like this is the first, like, I hate calling them sex scenes, so I'm gonna call them intimate scenes. This is the first intimate scene, and I feel like they didn't want to just to make it seem like a random hookup or whatever. So like that's probably why they put all this like backstory and emotion into it. There's another point I wanted to make. I mean, that whole scene like before they get to the intimate scene when they're like fighting or whatever, it just like doesn't feel like Dean. Like it just feels so bizarre. Like it doesn't feel right. I really think it's like it's the writer's fault because they made it seem like Cassie's coming back, and she does it. And so I think it's like their fault for like writing it this way, where I feel like they could have made it like lesser. Like they could have had the same thing happen, like their relationship and whatever, and like them still hooking up. But I feel like they just like wrote it where like it just doesn't feel right. I feel like, again, like there wasn't really much like to say about this episode other than like the fact like this whole Cassie situation that I'm bringing up. It's like it says feel like I'm sounding like I'm bashing Cassie, which I'm not. I'm just bashing on like why like they didn't bring her back, because it feels like they should have. And also like the fact that it's like, again, like saving a girl. And then there was like this one thing at the end where like Sam was like, I could be in college right now, like studying. And like I felt like that came out of nowhere, because nowhere, unless I'm just like not realizing, like the rest of the episode they like didn't really talk about like, oh, how Sam like left college and whatever else. So it's like, why are they bringing this up now? I don't even know. I mean, I guess you can say like there really hasn't been any POC characters until now in Supernatural, unless I'm forgetting. And so like then it's kind of like the entire episode was centered around them being like Black and like, you know, racism. So it's kind of interesting, like they haven't had any POC at all, Black characters, until now, and then the episode's kind of centered around it. But I feel like it made sense. And yeah, again, in the end it was saving a girl and another ghost, but it was still entertaining. But I don't know, like I just feel like I don't know, I felt like the episodes would move slower, but I feel like the episodes move fast. I am watching it at 1.25 speed. I'm gonna edit this video back and be like, why was I literally so crazy? Like, I'm trying to like think in the mind of someone who's watched Supernatural for the first time. But like compared to like the last 12 episodes, like Dean just felt so different this episode. And then obviously if you know the rest of the series, like he's just so different than like the way he was acting with Cassie. Like it's something with the writing. I don't know, but it was like nice, I guess, to see his like guard down and like him care about someone. But like the way he cared about them like just didn't feel like him. Okay, I'm going in circles, so we're gonna end the video here, but please comment your thoughts about the 13th episode of Supernatural below, and I'll do the 14th episode video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.